If you're joining us for the first time, okay, great. Thank you. This is a pretty casual thing. I can go ahead and unmute your mic, and if you have any questions, we can have a chat. If you have something just pre-written as far as a question, you can submit it in the Q&A box beneath me. Just let me know in the chat if you want me to unmute your mic or if you have a question that you want to type in.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, that's perfect.
Good.
Now, I'll just let you know why I'm on the call. I have a membership site in the crafting niche, and I've put it up. I've got 2,000 members, of which 50 are paying, and I'm trying to figure out a way, how do I market it better so that I can move them from the free aspect of what I offer into the paid portion, if that makes sense.
Oh. So currently, how are you running your membership? Are you using another software, using a Facebook group, or?
I use Paid Memberships Pro off WordPress. I use Optimized Press for my website, and Paid Membership Pro links in with that nicely. And then, of course, with Paid Membership Pro, they only have their option for paying, of course, through PayPal. And although I would prefer to use Shopify, it doesn't really work that well. And I'm charging currently, I have an intro offer of $27 for the quarter, regularly $67 for the quarter, and $199 for the year. And I do offer a lot of stuff if that helps. It's just.
Do you have a monthly?
I did have a monthly, but what I was finding was people come in for the month, grab everything that I have, and disappear. And I'm like, okay, that's not working for me. Probably works well for them. But, I can change my mind. I don't have a set mind on what I'm doing with memberships at this point. And, as you move through, our site, we have lead magnets, we have tripwires, we have teachable courses, we have all kinds of things. And I do a training every month for the membership, a big intensive 2-hour, 3-hour training. I do an office hours once a month. I upload new templates, printables, coloring pages, what we call SVG files, and Cricut crafts that all fit in. And that goes every week. We have something new. We send them a newsletter at the end of every week. What's new going on next week? And, we're trying to build community around it. Now, I don't know if I'm on the right track or the wrong track. You're the expert, not me. So.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Cindy, I wonder if you have any thoughts about this. Cindy handles a lot of the marketing side of things for us at Member Mouse. And so I certainly have some ideas about it, but these are the kinds of questions that she thinks about a lot for our business. So
I do think about them a lot. Well, first of all, I would say it's amazing that you have 2,000 members, free or otherwise. And that's a great resource to start from. So, congratulations to you for getting the word out to that many people and having them be interested in what you're doing and your offer. And that's amazing.
It was interesting because I didn't have a hard time getting that 2,000 members. Well, I have a mailing list of about 29,000 people, and I built this over the last year and a half based on the lead magnet goes out. I sell tripwires and courses, and then I thought, well, building a better community instead of just selling people stuff all the time, I want community. So that's where it all came from. But marketing it to get them to paid, big question.
Yeah. There's a lot of different things to try. What type of, so I'm just looking at your site right now. And when you say tripwires, what do you mean by that? Is that like an upsell offer? If they have, if they've signed up with you for free and they can access your site, then you can upsell them something on your site? Or
Yeah, I would start off with the lead magnet. It's called Cricket Tips and Tricks, and you'll probably see it in the bar at the top, but you can get their copy of that.
Yeah.
From there, the next upsell is to a paid product called the Ultimate Cricket Tool Guide, which we sell anywhere from $29 to $58, depending if it's on sale.
Right. And then you sell that via email or?
Generally by email. I will put flash sales on through email. And I also have a Facebook ad that runs to it as well, although Facebook ads aren't, performing my return on ad spend. I just looked at it this morning, it's like 1.2 and I'm going, oh, I'm used to 4. So
yeah. Facebook ads. Yeah. I'm not sold on Facebook ads, but
at this point you would, I'm not either, but I have a business coach, so she's, really pushes me in that direction. You've got to do it. You've got to be patient. You got to shut your eyes, even though you're spending money. I'm like, oh, I can't.
Now, do you have a Facebook group?
I have a group, but it's not for the membership itself. I have my group's got it's called Bet Snakes as well. And I think I've got about almost 6,000 people in that group. And many of those would be from the free membership. So, we've gone back and forth with it. They come off my list, they become a free member, they joined the group. And I'm not 100% sold on Facebook groups because I've had a bad experience with them once where I was posting to my group and they decided they're going to shut me down, or the group wouldn't allow me to post.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Because somebody in the group posted something they shouldn't have posted.
And what can people access? So I see, you can enter an email, you get a copy of the guide.
Yeah.
And is that how you're getting them to be a quote unquote member also, or is that just adding to your email list?
That just adds to the email list. I'm just putting a link in here. That's where they get to sign up.
Okay. And they would find that under shop?
It's it's on the website itself, and what it is that.
But is there a way for them to get there from your website?
I think there might be a link on the front page. Just join our club. I have to go look at. I haven't looked at my site in the last week, so.
That's okay. Yeah.
So
and that would be one thing I would say.
Oh yeah, there is point 3. Ready to dig deeper? Join a revolutionary new crafters club. So that's how they would get to it.
Got it. Cool. And when someone is on you're right. So when someone's on your email list, they can't. If someone joins, then they join it for free. What can they access? I see resource library, right?
And they also, the resource library and the weekly freebies. That's all they can do. And the resource library is based on a lot of the YouTube videos that we do that have a template that you need to make the craft. And they can get it through that free membership. It's the only way they can get in there to get those downloadables. When it comes to the membership, you probably, I don't know if you can you'd have to probably sign up and see the membership hub. I'm sorry.
Well, I can see on the offer page what,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. And
well, I mean,
yeah, go ahead, Eric.
One thing I'm just noticing by going through your site, I mean, I think the goal talking about conversion, getting people from getting people from prospects to members in any form, and then getting free members to paid members. I mean, one thing going through your site is that you actually have the opposite problem what a lot of people have, which is you have a lot of content. So that's a good thing. The thing is, as far as like having the content work for you in terms of converting people, there's probably some things that you can do to improve that pathway. For example, I'm just looking at this sock talk, how to make circuit infusible ink socks. Now you have a print this tutorial button, which could be easy opportunity to get somebody's email address, but you just link directly to a PDF document. The second thing is there's a video, which video is a lot more engaging than anything else, and the video is at the very bottom of the page.
Mhm.
The video should be at the top, because I would imagine if somebody's going through, I want to learn how to make these socks, and a video is there, they'll watch the video. If they like the video, they'll download the tutorial, which would be a perfect pathway for, oh, I'm interested, I'm going to watch and get engaged with this video. And then when I'm interested, I'll get the tutorial. But if the tutorial is also linked to grabbing their email address, that could really help with your that particular channel of getting people on your list.
Ooh, that's good. I never thought about it that way. I just, we crank out so much content all the time. It's crazy.
That's clear. Yeah. So it does, it's like you have this abundance of, but you have this abundance of things that you're offering, but it feels like you really need to take a step back and understand how you're going to present this to the different types of people such that it's achieving your goals. Because I think right now you're not directing people enough in terms of which path you want them to take.
Okay.
Right. Because also the fact that you have 2,000 members and only 50 are paid, there's clearly just a lot of opportunity just if you focused on converting people from your list to paid members. And part of the problem there could be the offer itself, what you're charging. And I know you mentioned that there's a fear there that they'll log in and grab everything. But then you're also talking about you want this to be a community. Well, if it's about community, then that should be the reason people are staying. And it shouldn't matter if somebody logs in and is the type of person where it's going to consume all the content in 1 month. I mean, a $40 sale is better than a $0 sale. And when you think about the success of your business, you want to think about it in terms of, how many new members you're getting, and then also what's the lifetime value of that customer. Because right now you have 50 customers that say an average lifetime value of $199. Basically, I don't know what your lowest price thing is, but you mentioned it was maybe $199. So your average lifetime is $199 for 50. But if you introduce a monthly plan and you get more members in that way, because it's a lower bar to entry, you might end up with a lower lifetime value for your customer, but you will end up with more customers. So it's dangerous to just look at one perspective, because, and especially for you, I don't think you should be worrying about people consuming your content, because you seem to have this part of your business figured out, your content production, which again is usually something people don't figure out at all. And if they do figure out, they figure it out later. So the fact that you have this figured out and you are producing content, I don't think you personally should be afraid of people consuming your content, because you want them to pay for it. And the thing is, you're already committed to producing new content and experiences in short periods of time. So you have things already that could be valuable for people to pay a monthly fee for.
And it's also worth considering too, I imagine the resource library is fairly vast, considering, how you talked about it. Are there parts of the resource library that are only paid access? Can you access, your 3 or 4, 7, 10, whatever number of things for free, and then those other things, you need to pay for on a monthly or quarterly or annual basis. Sort of breaking down the resource library into different tiers might be a thought too, to just make it a little bit more, to encourage people to get to that paid level.
Yeah, and they have the resource library, which is based on a lot of the YouTube stuff. And then I'm just trying to load up the other page here. I don't know if it's too bad you can't get in there and take a look at it. I should have a demo. Just what I'll do is I'll take a small screenshot of,
Like, let me look at like kids craft. Oh, Valentine's Day banner.
so I have those, and then I have a whole set of stuff here. I don't know if this will work, pasting this in here.
So if I
Of
go
course
to
not.
previous tutorial, okay, so I can basically get, if I want this Valentine's Day banner, then I can basically get everything I need without giving you anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but in
that's
order
part-
to
that's-
get
so
there,
that's part
obviously
of
you're
like-
on my,
Yeah.
you're obviously on my email list from it, but okay, let me see if I can. So this is part.
Well, you don't have to be on the email list. That's the point. Like I can
Right.
download the banner PDF. I can look at all the instructions and get everything I need without giving you anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if I Googled Valentine's Day banner and your site came up, then I could just go here, print a tutorial and be like, cool, this is awesome. And then
Right.
you'd never even know I was there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And again,
Yeah,
for
maybe
this-
having those PDFs inside the membership site as well.
Well, yeah, but I think an easier step is just anytime you have a button, like, because that's a call to action button. So anytime you're doing that is an easy opportunity to just say, oh, great, like enter your name and email address and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And so that, I mean, obviously that's not getting to the paid thing, but it's enhancing it's widening your net, for all those people who are potentially coming to your site, liking your resources, but just, not entering an email nor paying you anything for it.
Yeah, the email to me is the valuable thing of it.
Yeah, well, it's the initial value, for sure.
Yeah, because what I do for the freebies, they can register
I
for a
mean, I
monthly
think-
training and they get to pay for it. They get resources, freebies, and videos. That's the three I've got set
Yeah.
across the top.
Yeah.
And then then comes the quarterly. We've got coaching hours, fonts, printables, templates, patterns, digital papers, stickers, planner pages, coloring pages, guest makers, live workshops, courses, monthly challenge, monthly draw, and we have a Crafters Quarterly magazine they get for free. So not free, but in the quarterly.
As part of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's part of it. So we've got a lot of stuff they get when they get in there. It's obviously not a product problem, so it's got to be a communication problem somewhere along the line. And
Yeah,
a
it's a
disconnect.
packaging. I would say it's a packaging problem. Like
okay,
people it's first about giving the people the opportunity to build a relationship with you, which has to do with on all of the content you're creating. I mean, the whole point is for the SEO strategy for people to find your site. But as we've highlighted, if people Google something and land on your page, you're giving them everything without asking for anything. So you have a net with holes in it, basically. You put your net out and you put a lot of nets out, but they all have holes in them. So, so that's number one. And that's an easy low-hanging fruit thing. Make all of your posts that are free and public ways for you to generate leads. The second thing is it needs to be very clear to somebody why they should start engaging with you at a higher level, whether it's paid or whether it's more exclusive or whatever. And while it may mean something to you to rattle off a whole list of all the things that you offer, to somebody who may be just getting into crafting or doing things, new people don't necessarily know what they need. So there's different pathways and different customer types that you'll have. So, it's going to be a process for you to identify where the biggest one is represented in your group. Are they beginners? Are they people who have been crafting? Because you're going to speak to them differently.
Yeah, and for my group, because when I hold my office hours and trainings, they're all beginners. And
that's good.
They're all female, they're all over 40.
Right. So that's good to know. And I think that understanding, like even surveying them or maybe having one-on-one conversations with these people and asking them what do they feel like they're missing? What's the support that they need? Because however they answer that question is how you would pitch and present your higher level services. And even looking at where you're spending most of your time in terms of supporting people, because right now it just seems like you're giving way too much away for free.
Yeah, I used an example of Jennifer Maker. You may or may not have heard of her stuff. She just like gives everything away for free. So I kind of modeled it after what she was doing, but now she's hitting 2 million plus a month in her sales of her courses and everything. And I'm going, okay,
Right.
that's nice, but we're a long way away from being something like that. So I have to, she doesn't do membership. I do. And I'm building more of a community where she's just,
well, courses
throwing
is a
crumbs
type of
out.
membership.
Yeah, courses is a type of membership.
Yeah.
Because she's still trying to get, oh, this person took this course, like let's engage them enough so that they want to take another course from me. I mean, she's creating a community through different
Right.
types of offering.
Yeah.
In terms of your community, if people sign up for your free membership, besides like being able to access the stuff on your site, what type of email communication do you have with them once they've,
sign up for the list? I have a 3-week sequence that I send out. It's a welcome, it's a free gift, it's, introducing the company, join the YouTube channel, join the Crafters Club. And there's 16 emails in this over a 3-week period.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little upsell to the club every way, but most of them will come in and they'll join for free, obviously. Mm-hmm. In the 16, after the end of the 16 weeks, they move over to my regular email that comes with newsletters and Tuesday tips and all that kind of stuff. So we've got a big system in place for, once they're in, how we handle that. Mm-hmm. However, I'm not doing a very good job of converting the free people to the paid people. And I'm not too sure if it's, maybe it's the fact that it's $67 quarterly, or that I had like 4 or 5 people that joined monthly before, and they were in and out so fast. So that's my mindset, headspace that we need to break. So
yeah, my experience I've joined a couple of crafting memberships, and I did that too, but not to get everything, just to get one thing. I paid for a month, and then I actually think I stayed for 2 months, but I really only needed it for 1 month to get one thing. I wanted to make one dragon thing for my son, but I was willing to pay, I think it was $9.99 a month.
Sounds like Leah Griffith.
For 2 months, just to access that. And then there were other things that I could have accessed, but it was really just that. So yeah, it was Leah Griffith. So, I mean, I don't know if she feels like that was a loss, but I don't think so.
She still does that. I was checking her site out yesterday to see, looking at her model and the kind of communication she does. And that's why I would join it, just to find out what she does versus what I do. So
yeah. I mean, I think, she made $20 off of me. It might be just a drop in the bucket, but
right. And also, when you want to do crafts again, you'll probably go back to the site and check her out. And if she has what you want, then you'll sign up for another month.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that the pricing is an issue, whether
I think there might be something to look at for the pricing. I mean, I think pricing, it's very difficult to figure that out. It's kind of a trial and error thing. You can always look at your competitors, see what the market is.
But generally speaking, the higher the pricing, the higher the bar to entry for people to convert to a paid thing. And if you have other people in your group like Cindy, who basically they just need one thing, they would like you to be able to have a lower price monthly plan so they could do that, even if they're just going to cancel. But the thing is, like, you would need to understand your market and what their needs are. Are people who are coming to you really looking for engaging over the long term, or are they more looking for piecemeal one-off, like, I need help here, so I want to get access now, cancel, come back when I need something else, use it more as kind of like a resource when they need it, as opposed to an ongoing thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah, mine seem to be more, the people that belong stay forever because they like my training, they like the workshops, they, want to grow with what they're doing.
Right, and which is understandable.
Because that's what you have to offer too. It's like
right, and it's not about getting rid of that offer. It's about, okay, given that 50 of 2,000 are the people who have converted to pay, there's clearly another segment in there that would probably happily pay you for something.
Yeah.
So one part of the market is covered, the people who want to do stuff over the long term, but what about people who want to do stuff over the short term? I think that they're missing an opportunity.
Okay, so I'm just thinking monthly here. This is just what I could do with the monthly. They'd get all the free stuff, but only a portion of what the higher price quarterly people would pay. So I could do a $9.99 and they would just get some downloadables per se.
Yeah, I mean, I would ask some people, survey them, like, hey, like, is there anything, like, find out what they want, right, that they would be willing to pay for. You can create a survey with SurveyMonkey or something like that, ask them some questions, because I think that you'll get a lot of answers from them that will help you make a more educated decision about what to push in front of these people.
Yeah, because based on what you've told us, you have a lot of foundational elements in place. You have email follow-up for people. I do wonder if anyone has felt like maybe 16 emails over 3 weeks is too much. I've definitely gotten that feedback when we first started doing onboarding emails. People are like, they were turned off by me contacting them essentially every day, when they had just said, hey, like, they just kind of like put their hand up, like, I'm sort of interested in you. And then you're like, hey, here you are. I'm so glad you're here. And you have like all this enthusiasm for them. And they're like, I am not sure yet, but so you may not need, it might be worth considering lengthening that initial onboarding email series, but like I said, you have a lot of the foundations here, so much content, and people are interested in it, and you already have an outreach program that you're doing with people. Yeah, the places to look would potentially be, as Eric said, the packaging, what you're giving away for quote unquote free, whether it's an email or a price or whatever. And then, yeah, potentially what they can get just for a month, on a monthly basis, what they can access. Because there's probably a big segment of people who are like, I have time to make crafts once every 3 months for my child's XYZ party or whatever, and I just, or for my grandchild's, something, and it's not a yearly or commitment that they want to make. So.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking Maker's Gonna Learn. There's another one that.
Yeah, Maker's Gonna Learn is one of our customers, member list customers.
Yeah, he's really good at what he does.
He's a very super nice guy too. I've had a couple of conversations with him.
Yeah, I've talked to
So
Tanner.
young. Like,
I know he is. And he's, he's in a group with me and he goes, oh, crafters. I mean, he's just so excitable. I mean, it's just incredible.
yeah.
He has his, and, I was trying to base pricing a little bit around his versus Leah Griffith, who sells products, which I don't.
Yeah.
And Tanner and I were in a class together with Ruth Sukup with her. I can't remember what it was called. PLPA is just the acronym. So I got to know him a little bit. He was a really nice guy.
Yeah. One like very, very, I'm just a grammar spelling person. One very, very minor thing in your banner and Get Sumo, cry cut is just the two letters are.
Oh yeah, the sumo. I have to get my team members to take a look at it and why it is like that. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Nobody noticed it. Thank you.
Because they're probably just expecting, yes, of course, it's cry cut, of course, that's what it is. But yeah, someone just switched the two letters around. But yeah, I think those are probably two good broad places to start, at least.
So yeah, so I think that those are definitely two good places to start, and we're about 4 minutes over, so we're gonna wrap things up here.
Well, I really appreciate it. I love having the one-to-one time because normally you can't get that from others. You just sit and you listen and you take things in. And my quest is to truly improve what I've got and definitely make the membership site work on a much better keel. And I stumbled across you. I don't know where I stumbled across, but I was looking for and everybody was pointing me to Stu McLaren and I didn't like his stuff. So it was like, okay, I've got to find something better. So
Yeah, well, we're glad that you stopped by, and yeah, wish you the best with making those changes. But you're certainly on the right path.
Super. Well, thank you so much, both of you.
Yeah, it's good talking with you, Beth. Thanks for sharing your site with us.
Okay, talk to you soon.
All right, have a good day. Bye.